So this is the part where you get loud. You all can call me Wolf. I'll be your host tonight. Hi, Wolf. And I'm so excited to be with you guys here this Pride Month and Summer Solstice. Happy Pride. But also, I'm really excited because tonight we are giving away 2 grants. Woo! But before that, though, we have readers, and before they read, we have some ground rules we need to lay down. I know, not very fun. But we have 20 spots tonight. They are all full. Each of you will get 3 minutes to read whatever you'd like, okay? At the 3-minute mark, you're going to hear a bell somewhere. There we go. And then after 15 seconds, you're going to hear this. 30 seconds after, I'm going to slow clap onto the stage. It's going to be super awkward, and I'm going to take the mic away from you and go, wow, that was wonderful. So we don't really want that, do we? If you have any trigger warning sensitive material in your piece, we do ask that you preface your piece with that. You know, we want to make sure people have time to exit and take care of themselves. But with that, oh, and one other thing. We have stairs over here now. Normally, they've been right here, but we have a beautiful remodel of this Brazil tap room. So please enter and sit over there. Also, one more thing, we are live streaming. Hello. Hello. If you do not want to be on the live stream and recorded, please come see me or one of the other members, and we'll make sure to get you moved to the end so that you cannot be recorded. With that, we have our first reader, Jason.
Yay!
This is a sonnet I wrote a couple Sundays ago during a really weird night. There was a lot of rain. She is leaf litter and loam. Her home has no walls but a carpet of moss, a ceiling studded with stars. She's where the moonlight ends. Shepherding tides, ceaseless and unyielding, she is alive in the skyline, where hillside and cedar kiss clouds, and running with the river over rocks, nimble as night music, lilting, leaping bough to bough, I am ceaselessly yielding. Laid down amidst moss and leaf litter, where the moonlight meets the loam, and she is everywhere I look.
Yeah!
Thank you so much, Jason. While I'm up here, I want to thank the Straight to Ale Tap Room. In case you guys don't know, they let us use this space for free. That's so sweet of them. Just make sure to tip your bartenders, tip your wait staff. They take good care of us. They fill our bellies and keep the spirits flowing. So please give them your tips. Anyways, our next reader, Charlie Hicks.
Thank you, Elle. Let's hear it for Elle. What an awesome host. All right, I've got 2 pieces tonight. This first one I wrote the other day. I was sitting around a campfire and just had a nice night sitting there watching a fire burn. So it's called Reflections of a Campfire. A spark in the night breathes life into new flame, dancing orange and yellow, changing its forms. Wind fanning flames as the fire chases wonder-given earth, burning for all it's worth. Around the fire stage, gathered strangers trade tales that are taller than the flames. The laughter crackles and surrounds as an earnest warmth abounds. The stars shine down to the distant earth bound, each a flame likened to kin as the darkness closes in. The fuel running low as remaining embers glow. Ash now remains of the now gone flame, memorial of light and warmth, a sign of something that was, it only briefly lived, but is remembered as a bright and beautiful thing. This next one is written for a friend of mine that they told me that they were afraid of public speaking, and so I wrote them this small poem. Fears of speaking, yet words glistening. Social anxiety plays a game, but is lost in the conversation. Perceptions counter the worries. Time passing with no hurry. Topics picked and found as conversing around. Warmth and comfortable, a cozy flamed crown. Voice of a poet, words that resonated. Do they know it? How they are appreciated.
No idea who that last one would be about. Oh my God, Charlie, why are you so tall? There we go. Guys, you can adjust the mic. That's okay. Fiddle with it, take it off, run around. Well, horseplay, but you know. It's your stage while you're up here. Our next reader is a first-time reader. Please give it up for Lex Bowden. Oh wow, this is still high. Okay.
How's everyone doing? So I recently quit my job. Yes. And on my last day, there wasn't really anything to do, and I was just so full of happiness and just full of love for humans. So this is called I Love Humans. I love humans, not quietly, never quietly, but as a hymn clawing out of the throat, all breath and bruise and glory. How we are all called to water, summoned, gathered at its edge with our soft, willing bodies, offering skin to the small, hungry mouths of the world. Mosquito bitten, marked, little red stigmatas blooming, and still we stay, just to feel the heat leave us, just to be held by something that does not ask questions. How we slip under, become silver, mythic. Spines remembering something older than word, we rise laughing, radiant from having stolen something back from the dark. And oh, how we gather, greedy, glittering, collecting as crows do. Trinkets, tokens, the other mundane, a twist of twine, a half-remembered phrase, a moment that felt like being seen. We hoarded all his offerings, making a meaning large enough to live inside. We smear ink across paper, feral with it, palms creasing open in the joy of use. Hands aching into the very marrow of being. We make and make and make as if creation itself were its own salvation. Because we will find meaning anywhere, everywhere. In spirals bound tight with string, in the murmur of tea leaves, in the scattered silent choir of the stars. In the body. Oh, the body. How it sways like it's being aware of its witness. How it bows, how it begs, how it breaks open. Mouth, tongue, teeth, breath, all a fear of liturgy of wanting. Eyes rolling in the skulls, searching for God and only finding more hunger. And still we curl ourselves around one another, warmth seeking warmth, our last true language, pressing closer, closer as if skin could answer this ache. I love the musical beings we are, how it spills from us a knowing and a hum in the throat, a rap of the fingers against the table, a drum in the chest we call heart, how we thrum, low, constant, carrying live wires in the sinews of us, whistling, songbirds in passing, warbling into the open air, in the trees, in the showers, in the blur of speeding cars, fingers threading aptly through the tresses of our loves, scoring the moment into being. And how we dance, oh God, how we dance. Bodies flung into rhythm as offering, as possession, as praise. Teeth bared for joy, chasing the pulse, the heat of it all. Always seeking, always reaching for that one moment, sparking just one something, that warmth that says, you are here. You are alive. You are not alone in the noise that rattles in your cage. and how we see ourselves everywhere, reflected back in tender, absurd ways, and the crooked smile of your faithful Ford. In moving pictures that flash, a memory in the wild whipping wind through elm trees, in the sacred trembling stillness we hold. I love us for this ache, the excess, the devotion, for the way we insist loudly that this life means something. Thank you.
Oh, I love that. And we do it again for a first-time reader. So let's say you've already paid for your food and tipped your bartender. Did you know that Out Loud is actually a nonprofit? And right over here we have a bucket with assorted waterfowl on it. Or perhaps you'd like more of a paper trail for your taxes. You can go to www.outloudhuntsville.com. And I really wish there was like a really convenient big sign with that written somewhere behind me in case anyone needed to take a picture of that for later. But oh wait, that's anyways, let's hear it for another first-time reader, Timothy Mealy.
O Me, O Life by Walt Whitman. O me, O life, of the questions of these recurring, of the endless trains of the faithless, of cities filled with the foolish, of myself forever reproaching myself, for who more foolish than I, and who more faithless? Of eyes they vainly crave the light of the object's need, of the struggle ever renewed, of the poor results of all, of the plotting and sordid crowds I see around me, of the empty and useless years of the rest, with the rest me intertwined. The question, O me, so sad and current, what good amid these, O me, O life? That you are here, that life exists in identity, that the powerful play goes on, and you may contribute a verse.
Let's hear it again for the first-time reader. All right, you've already tipped and you've donated. What now? Well, of course you were going to commemorate the wonderful time that you're having tonight, and how convenient that we have a little merch cart in the back of the room with all of our Out Loud branded things: stickers, journals, notebooks, pens, anything you could absolutely want. Borka is running it tonight because only the hottest people run merch. So, I'm actually really excited to tell you what we do with these funds later. But before then, fifth reader, Elle Cooper.
Just quiet over here. All right, this is my second time reading. Yesterday was the last day of spring. This poem is called The Paradox of Spring. As dawn breaks and alarm sounds ring, awake the newborn babies, and welcome to spring. Across the doorway she claimed, webs blocking your travels. A mother carries her young, while their next meal she ravels. In the early morning, amongst the grass and dew, you might find a myriad of maggots ravaging two birds of blue. At the tips of tall branches and into the breeze, tulip poplar petals fall softly, landing atop your head with ease.
In the midst of a shower, on the windy road you drive, turtle shells become one with the pavement under the dim morning light. Atop the hot, dry mulch and beneath the playground slide, a fledgling finch attempts to fly after leaving its mother's side. On the creaky porch swing, marching around your feet, you discover a large army of ants toting a delectable treat. Above your neighbor's rafters, you hear screeching birds of prey, emulated by none other than a protective mother blue jay. As puddles flicker, reflecting the sunshine, innocent goslings go splashing until wild dogs dinner time.
Thank you, Ian L. So what does Out Loud do with all your donations? You may have already heard, but I did mention some grants. And we're about to award the first one. And to award that, I'm going to call someone to the stage. She's our president, she's our founder, and she has her second book coming out, Kimberly Casey.
One more time for a first-time host without I have $500 burning a hole in my pocket, I tell you. But first, before I award this grant, I want to first say thank you to the community because you guys donating to us, showing up to these events, are what make this possible. We are here because you are here, so thank you for showing up. Also, I want to thank everyone who submitted to the grant application. This is our first time doing this, and we had quite a bit to choose from, and I really appreciate that. We've got a lot of amazing literary artists here in this community, and this is just a great way for us to support. If you didn't submit, and if you don't get it this year, we will be doing this annually, so just know that coming back February, after our open mic release, we're going to be opening this up again. We want to do this every year. We want to keep giving back to you for your support in us. So thank you for your support of this grant program. I also want to shout out Jason, who is pivotal in getting this off the ground. So thank you, Jason. And the amazing board that stands behind me that has been able to vote on this, move this type of thing forward. They're truly incredible. Elle, obviously, the most incredible at this moment, you know what I mean? Because we have the mic and we can say these types of things. But really appreciate everything that y'all have been doing. This community means everything to me, so the more that we can grow and give back, I just feel so good. So now, without further ado, we're going to invite up our first winner, because as you maybe remember, we had 2 grants this year, which is phenomenal. So we got our first winner coming up, and they're going to tell you about their project that they won this $500 check with. Please welcome up Josh Baker.
Thank you, darling. Hello, good people. How are you doing? I would be remiss if I didn't say how amazing it is to get back to Out Loud Huntsville and to hit the stage. And it's so beautiful to be among so much love and so much talent. Thank y'all so much for your generosity that allows artistic opportunity and artistic development. So I'm a Black queer person who is vested in Black queer person. Happy Pride! And so I'm super excited. These funds will go toward the commission of my next project, which will be a choreo film. Does anybody know what a choreo film? Choreo play. Okay, I see a hand there. Okay, some education. We'll come later. I love it. So a choreo poem is a term that was coined by Ntozake Shange. So if y'all have ever heard for colored girls who consider suicide when the rainbow is enough. And that is a format that incorporates choreography as well as lyric and exposition to tell a story. And so I'm very excited to write this work, which will go all into Black queer masculinities and everybody that is touched by that. So transgender folk, cisgender folk, non-binary folk, the whole gamut. And so super excited for a story to be able to go for it because of the amazing generosity of beautiful people like you. So thank you so much.
Stay tuned, because remember, that is 1 of 2. But up next, we have our 6th reader, Jim Cooper.
Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Happy first day of summer. Happy Pride Month. What am I missing? What Paul said. So, Elle spoke of spring. I'm going to speak of summer and a few other things. This is a series of haiku that should evoke summer in the country, maybe on a mountain, but one summer day. This is the span of one summer day. Cloud inversion lifts, morning fog drifts over brow, like smoke not from fire. Blackberry lilies, hummingbirds, and dragonflies, warm summer beauty. Hazy summer sun, black-eyed Susans stretch upward. Hydrangeas delight. Fragrant spearmint spreads. As far as the pot allows, basil and chives thrive. Plant hydration takes a busy gardener's hands. Bluff breeze blows relief. Shade of hickory. Distant thunder promises a respite of rain. Fresh cut fescue fears. Required summer sunlight's heat. Cherishes rainfall. Butterflies dancing. Clouds billow against the blue. Perspiration pools. Twilight dazzles pink. Sunsets purple over ridge. Sky like embers glow. Dark interrupted. Preponderance of fireflies. Stars on the moon. Night silence disturbed. Crickets, cicadas, toad frogs. Summer's orchestra. That's it. I've got 3 more. This one I wrote on November 6th of 2024, the morning of that date. Some of you will know what that meant. I was not feeling well. And I walked out and wrote this. The great blue heron, wading in the water, feels my gaze, my presence, but knows nothing of my pain, sorrow, or suffering. And I know nothing of him but his grace, which lifts me out of my own shallows, if only for a moment. That's that. 2 more. Happiness is a garden. If happiness is a garden, hatred is a weed. Gratitude is rain. Joy is sunshine. Love is a flower. Forgiveness removes weeds so that love may flourish. Last one, I promise. This is called Father's Day Pride. This is a very short one haiku. Fatherhood is pride, hope, worry, understanding. Love is a rainbow.
Jim, was that your first time reading with us? Was that your first time reading with us? Second time. That's amazing. Let's get some applause anyways. Hey, maybe I've heard you mention that Kimberly Casey has a second book coming out. The Other Side of Broken. It is released now. Either way, you can order it from riotinyourthroatpress.com, or you can wait till next month, July 19th, where she will be our feature poet, and her book will be available for purchase then. Let's give it up for our seventh reader, Brett. Brett.
So I was a regular attender, and then now I've got like schedule conflicts and kids and life happens, and so I only make it out here every few months or so. And since it's Father's Day, I get to do what I want today. And so there's stepmoms watching the kids and everything, so I'm just wanted to shout out to her. Thank you, Jess, for watching the kids, so I get to go out and have fun and read poetry. This is called Assignments, and I wrote it for Pride Month. And I've been exploring gender, whatnot, for the last year and a half or so, and this is the first Pride Month that I'm like, yeah, Pride Month. So, here we go. Assignments. Assigned female at birth. Assigned male at birth. Assigned to be man or sir. Assigned seating per the surname of an absent father. Assigned sinner at church. Assigned to room 3 by the nurse to explain where it hurts. Assigned too many vegetables for too little dessert. Assigned unequal wages for unequal work. Assigned a new badge for the same job and a swag bag of cheap merch. Assigned an unframed certificate for decades of service. Assigned the limits of my worth by my insurance and credit score, sure. Assigned the limits of my worth by my employers, by my exes, by my parents who are just concerned. Assigned tax brackets and dog tags and foster parents. Assigned the right to remain compliant in an unmarked car. Assigned to a labor camp and a grave in unmarked dirt. Forgive me if I write in a new response, because I don't hear my voice in your multiple choices. Forgive me if I don't fill in your blanks because my love and my pronouns exceed your word count. Forgive me if I don't follow your dress code because conforming to social norms wasn't on the syllabus. Forgive me if I share my answers with my friends because we the people can peacefully assemble all our number 2 pencils. Forgive me if I'm not sold on your arguments because my economy of scale is that I'm not for sale. Forgive me if I skip your next assignment. I did the research, but my pride ate your homework.
Hell yeah. Alright, so you've already ordered all the merch, got Kimberly's new book, your tip, you've donated. What else to throw your money at? If only we had a membership that was only 25 simple dollars, and we even had a cool QR code in the back for you to scan. If only there was a membership where you could get exclusive Discord access where everyone can help critique your poems or just share and get access to all these cool workshops where you can learn to edit or read or just hang out and play board games. Oh wait, we do have that. 25 simple dollars, scan the QR code in the back, or talk to one of the Out Loud board members. Let's give it up. He's already ready and waiting the wings. Max!
I appreciate that. Yeah, this first one I wrote on a Friday because I mentioned a Friday at one point, so I'm just context. In this life, we're left with the right to make our own decisions, but we get programmed to think that we can't. Then we get turned against one another, our sisters, our brothers. It's crazy how politicians have D's and R's by their names, but can't offer any feeling from the pain. Not the greatest feeling, but I'm off it. I'm just gonna do a different one. This one has a little cussing in it, so trigger warning for the kids, I guess. I wake up and the phone rings, and my head rings too. The dark rings under my eyes represents pits of darkness that I try to suppress. Nevertheless, I digress. It's hard to digest the calls that come in when the callers are feeding the facade of that the odd are scary. I'm pretty odd, but the opinions of minions can never diminish the visions of those who try to make a difference. So fellow weirdos, start those engines. Make the commute if that computes. But if updates are needed, then do it in reboot. Fuck that pessimism because the shit ain't cute, and the world ain't either.
Thank you as always, Max. Let's give it up for our 9th Jillian Naylor.
Hi, this is my first time reading. Sister Isabel, who I'm pretty sure most of you know, has been telling us to do this for like ever, so here I am. I have 2 poems. The first one is called The Firefly, the Falling Forest, and the Moon. Mother said the first tree to go down went quiet. Her mother told her that, but she heard from her own mother. There is a story of lineage here, word of mouth or word of light. I have flown these 2 weeks long in search of that first tree, but now I know I will not find it. There are too many fallen and none of them speak, which is to say, none of them glow. My mother told me she has never seen a night that shines the way her mother said they used to. When it shines, it is only through us. Mother said the sky was once full of fireflies, distant and stable and gleaming the whole night long against the sky so black you could see nothing but that luster. The only night I have ever known is dark gray, bereft of that pale glow. There is one surviving lake, bright and round and enduring. Mother knows her, calls her grandmother. Grandmother was there when the first tree fell, silent. Grandmother will be there in 5 weeks when I die. They are still next spring when the new young are born with wings and her own brilliance in her abdomen. This next one is called God Does Not Endorse Ozempic. Part of everything is mud. You do not take the pretty bits and leave the sticky ones behind. The onerous, the odious, the ugly. God is not only in the pink clouds, wildflowers. God is in the quicksand, mid-morning hawks circling the soft bitten rabbit. You want to be beautiful? Then you will be small.
Yeah.
You want to be beautiful? Then you will never be complete.
Yes.
I have seen heaven, and I have seen it in the dump. I have found it in the humidity-thick air of a swamp, mosquito-bitten ankles and sunburnt shoulders. I have found hell in the most unblemished parts. Green grass and full, towering trees. I have met God, and he had a beer belly, said to me, "Where have you gone?" Said, "I made you whole." Thank you.
Let's give it up for another first-time reader. Our 10th reader tonight, Michael Solomon.
I got 2 poems. This first one is called You Are to Me, and when I proposed to the love of my life, I didn't get down on one knee, I wrote her this poem. A match is struck in a dark cave. Darkness and obscurity are vanished. The boundaries of the cave are discernible. Obstacles are exposed by the light. My path is clear. On a porch, pressed by damp heat, a trickle of sweat runs down my cheek. I inhale, but no air enters my lungs. A crisp breeze arises from the bay. My spirit is refreshed. With my fingers, I make furrows in moist, fertile soil. The seeds of plants unborn are laid in a line like a row of ants. With the sweep of my hand, the seeds are sown. Where once there was a pond, mud is dried in a cracked mosaic. Then rain falls, forming rivulets, which fill the dry cracks. Plants and spores, once dormant, spring into bloom. A depression in the dry earth is filled with water. The fire, the wind, the earth, the water, you are to me. People have mentioned this is Father's Day. I have 6 kids, and they're all intelligent and great and good looking. Of course. But I'm also a pagan, and this is the summer solstice, so I always mention that. All right, here we go. This poem has a real pagan vibe, so I guess that's a trigger warning if you're God-free. They rise without fear. They do not decide what they are. They open their wings because they are wings. High above the meadow, where the grass trembles with soft bodies that call themselves innocent, the air is clean. No tribunal is held in the sky. The hawk does not whisper to itself. and it ought to be otherwise. It does not apologize for the architecture of its talons. It does not dream of becoming grass. Below, in the moving whiteness of the herd, the language begins, a trembling grammar, a naming. Cruel, says the lamb, watching shadow pass over sun. Evil, says the lamb, because it cannot rise. And the word becomes shelter, and the shelter becomes virtue, and virtue becomes a wall built of breath. The hawk descends, not with hatred, not with fury, not with resentment. It descends because height must fall into hunger. Feathers break the air, grass parts. The meadow closes again. From the stillness, a story emerges. The lambs gather around absence and weave a meaning from loss. They imagine intention where there was instinct. They imagine malice where there was motion. They say the strong choose to harm. They say we choose not to. And in that difference, they discover power. A new sky forms, not above, but inside language. There, the hawk becomes a sinner. There, restraint becomes holiness. There, weakness becomes good. But the hawk still circles. It does not attend the assembly. It does not defend itself. It does not know it has been judged. In its breast, there is only wind and the mathematics of the sense. Strength does not need permission. It does not ask to be loved. It simply acts, and afterwards, others explain it. The sky does not hate the earth. The talon does not debate the land. The shadow is not immoral. It is only a shadow. And yet, from that shadow, a civilization is born.
I cannot believe it. We're already halfway through the night. Are you guys still having fun? We are actually joined by a special guest tonight. We have Athens State University here to speak about their summer writing and arts summit. If you'll please welcome to the stage, Laura.
Hi guys, thank you so much for having me tonight. I'm Laura Brink. I'm the Writing Center Coordinator at Athens State. And, you know, I read a lot of research papers and marketing plans and case studies, so this is so just good for the soul. I want to invite you guys. We are having our 4th annual Summer Writing and Art Summit coming up this Thursday and Friday. It's at Athens State. It is free. Best part, it's free. So it's 2 days, and we have our keynote speaker this year is our state poet laureate, Jacqueline Allen Trimble. So we're super excited to welcome her. This year we've extended to include music, so we'll be concluding with a concert outside on Friday night. We have a little bit of something for everyone. Poetry, writing, creative arts, visual arts, music, storytelling, all the things. So I really encourage you to come and scan my QR code back there and register, and I hope to see some of y'all there. I'm also here to sell our Athens State Lit Mag. It is, this is our revival issue. We're super proud of it. And it includes writing and art from, Athens State community, but also the outside community, not just Athens State. We're open to anybody, really. We have a writing contest, and so we partnered with Out Loud. They were at the summit last year, so we're really excited to do it again. So I'm sorry I don't have $500 to give away. Thank you for letting me come up here and do my spiel, and I'll be back there. So,
Thank you, Laura. Just in case you didn't know, you do need to register in order to attend, and I'm already registered, so if anyone would like to carpool, that would be really cool. Well, anyways, our next speaker, Maggie Tate.
This first piece is called The Hell We Make on Earth. From the preacher's pulpit to the Pentagon, to the few pundits they'll leave on the air, they're building the perfect beast as we're all taken unaware. in masks and hoods and flag lapel pins, preaching to a doomsday choir, kidnapping families off the street for fuel for the fire. No amount of fire and brimstone matches the hell we make on earth. How did we become so numb to the horrors born from denying our better angels worth? This next piece is called The Mirror. Reflection was something I used to avoid. The mirror was something I guarded myself against with crossed arms and haste, eager to get whatever I needed done over with. I never stopped to ask why I guarded myself or avoided my own face. My first time really looking was through a line in a straw. When you told me you'd moved on, I realized I didn't like what I saw. It was my first real reflection, and it weighed on me for so long. Now the mirror is the safest space, a place for corrections, but just as important as those reflections, a place for, I love you, you got this girl, I will always be here for you, everything is going to be all right. It only took 4 decades to truly come face to face. This last one is called I Am the Reef. Don't try to misshape me into what fits your narrative. I could never be as ugly as the lies. Don't tell me how or when to speak, or not to trust my own ears and eyes. We get enough of that from the president. Predator, I can't believe I let you in. I poured my heart into an empty mold. What once was warm and solid came out shapeless, shivering cold. Don't reach me just to water the seeds of the self-doubt you planted in me. Don't be the cause and the exploiter of grief, or try to convince me anxiety makes me awful. Don't try to tell me a third version of the same story we both lived when I hung on your every word like gospel. You don't make me, won't unmake me. I am and will be happy again. To be me, just me, not the thing you wish. Despite all your intrusions, I'll never be your jellyfish. Mindless, meandering, lashing out, a cold, half-living thing of poison and pain. I am the reef, and I will feel peace again.
Let's give it up for another first-time reader. Y'all coming out and supporting us and us supporting you. So please come again. Please bring your friends. All right, our 12th reader, Paul.
I have 3 poems I hope I can get through. The first of which was written for the National Poetry Month challenge, which was set up on the Out Loud Discord, which you can join for $25 simple. It's about getting into fountain pens. And pardon me, but I do use swear words in this. There's nothing that you wouldn't hear on a PG-13 movie once. One fine tip, still stalled and full of shit. This pen is not, the ink is not the precious part of a fountain pen, though this is high quality ink. Dump the cartridge and clean the nib, clear the lint and start again. Despite all this, you will not be returning to ballpoint Bics. Pull the line slow, let the sepia accent flow. Writing is thinking, and this is the best expression of it. Lightly pressed and marked deliberately, not seeping, blotting, or scratched, outside of its intended margins. Perfect. The legibility of your penmanship still needs work, though. This next one is a revisitation of my poem from last June, in which I got rained out of attending Bonnaroo. It is titled Bonnaroo Again. Last year, I wrote on my attempt to attend Bonnaroo, and due to its cancellation, I was able to perform my Epilion on the Bacchanals. I am happy to say there was a full festival this year. A 10-year gap between festivals will help you reassess and re-remember the things to navigate in festival culture. I had forgotten, for instance, that you should not take anything to camp that you don't want getting damaged. And you should not take anything past security that you aren't prepared to lose. Ego and self-perception included. The things I brought that were damaged were a canopy tent, a folding cot, a Coleman charcoal grill, one of the 4 tarps, and the handle to my father's dam. The things I lost completely were a phone charger, a tin of wintergreen Altoids, 2 AGM batteries and solar conduit, a 12-volt inverter, and my water bottle with a vinyl sticker of an anime woman on it. R.I.P. family. I am fortunate that my neighbors noticed the fire in my camp while I was walking about. An EMT in training from Memphis noticed a blaze and then melted plastic behind my privacy barriers in my tent. She was able to disconnect my solar panels from the batteries they were charging, which, though I had stress tested the system for 3 months before the festival, still sparked an arc against the wet ground. After I disarmed the remaining conduit for disposal crew, I thanked Miss Holly Anna profusely with the coldest Miller Lights from my stock, and offered my stock of Narcan mainly to show that I am not a total fuck-up. I know now that I was on the wrong side of the Dunning-Kruger curve when I set up my boondocking electrical setup, and that resulted in a plastic burning electrical fire. But I was able to offer apologies and gratitude with clarity and confidence. Whether you call that plur or self-confidence or street smarts, I lost some sense of timidity and on the way to better become myself. And as a result, I learned to become better among a crowd. And with that bell, I will not have time to
I love that I can say Paul and we know exactly who I'm talking about, like Madonna, you know? Anyways, our 13th reader tonight, Michael Million.
Sometimes in my poems, people die or have an orgasm.
He grabbed his shoulder. His shoulder. I remember I used to tap him on that shoulder when we was playing tag. He always tagged me right back because he was real fast. Little point guard build dude, shoulder small as a beanbag. But he grabbed his shoulder. His shoulder. See, we're from the sandbox. I remember tapping him on that shoulder when we was in line for free lunch. When he looked, I'd come around the other side and cut. He'd punch me in the gut but still let me stay in the front. But see, he grabbed his shoulder. His shoulder. I don't know which one it was, but I remember standing back to back with him and we was throwing shoulders over a beef that was mine and wasn't his. And he said whatever was his was mine and was mine was his, and he'd do it again 1,000,000 times. And from that moment forward, I knew that I was his and he was mine, but he grabbed his shoulder. I don't remember which one it was, but it couldn't have been the right one, because I remember in the championship game when he used that shoulder over and over to bring us back till he got hurt. Hurt the shoulder, in fact. And he sat there on the sideline and watched Kurt throw the game over till it was done. And when everybody left, he was on the sideline and he was the only one sitting there with lifeless eyes. I came by and patted him on that shoulder and told him everything would be all right. Didn't know whether it was a lie. But he grabbed his shoulder. His shoulder. See, we're from the sandbox, MT. And she kept asking me which one I could make a fucking difference, so I showed her, as I told her. He grabbed his shoulder. Not because he was trying to get him a tag, but he grabbed his shoulder. Not because he was trying to pop him on the other side of the line fast, but he grabbed his shoulder, turned him over. Not because he was a noble killer and wanted to look him in his eyes, because somehow in the middle of the drive-by, I realized he wasn't running behind, and his eyes was locked in on mine, looking like Coach just took him out the game and shit. And on some gangster shit. He grabbed his shoulder and turned him over. And put the gun to his head to make sure that he was dead. He gave him 2 shots. He killed my best friend when we used to play in the sandbox.
This piece is called After. Before she left, she came. She came not knowing she would. Wood crackling in the fireplace could not compete with the heat beneath her waist. Waste no time, so shame could not interfere. As I enter, fear retires, but pleasures reign. Pleasures reign from beneath this, that new shit. New shit would get latched since this is foreign to her. With foreign to her, I ask if she's ready for the ride ahead. A head gesture, the opposite to know. To know my way around your body's ups and downs and all arounds and rights to left and right. Before she left, she came. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Up next, we have our 14th leader. I'm going to hopefully say this correctly. Husna?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, it takes me like a second to adjust to being on a stage, having a bajillion people staring at me.
You got
So, I got diagnosed this year with ADHD, which is fun.
Hell yeah.
But I was like reading through my old poems that I wrote a few years ago, and your girl was struggling. Didn't know that this poem was about me having ADHD, but I read it now and I'm like, oh my god. So I want to share this poem. I am a master at missed opportunities. I'm a pro at stealing away precious moments. I have perfected the act of fear. You call me a coward, I call you a lunatic. Why enjoy life when I can spend hours measuring life? Can't enjoy this bite when I must think about the next bite. An orchestra of precious moments fantasized in my mind as I sit for hours in my bedroom alone, eating Christmas clearance chocolate? Oh, seize the day. Seize the day? Okay, but what day? What time? How? With who? That's that poem.
Yeah.
And then this next poem I want to share, it's about, well, you'll just hear what it's about. I don't know how to explain it. Okay. Religion is the mirror in which I see myself. Religion told me what to do, who to see, where to be, what to be. You can't have questions when you've been given answers before you could learn to speak. My parents are the mirror in which I see myself. They tell me who I am and who I am not. They tell me where I can go and where I better not go anywhere near. They tell me who to love and who to ignore. They are a strange mirror. A mirror that doesn't see me. A mirror that I desperately try to find myself in. A mirror that I want to shatter every single day. Friends are the mirror in which I see myself. They tell me it's okay to breathe. It's okay to just be. It's okay if the mirror broke and all I have is questions. What happens when every mirror in the world breaks and the only thing left to reflect on is me?
That was awesome.
Thank you so much for those lights. Oh my God.
Yes.
Anyways, your 15th reader is not Romulus, but Remus.
All right, this is my third time. Last time I was up, I did this kind of shit on myself type of poetry, where I just kind of keep it real. I'm most honest with me, of all people. So today, there's two purposes, right? Today's Father's Day, so I have one for my dad. Also, it's Pride Month. So I have one for my aunt. All right. I'll start with my dad, right? Kind man with simple needs. Came for a visit and had to stay a while. Never thought I'd still be here for the reason I'm here, but I'm here. My dad was a kind man with simple needs. He didn't ask for much. He didn't complain much. He stayed in his lane, and he minded his own business. But he wasn't going to let you or anyone else run over him. He spoke his mind. He shared his truth. He believed what he believed. You got his respect by earning it. He respected those who respected themselves. He didn't ask for much, and he didn't complain much. But there were changes of this new world that continued to grow around this simple man. He needed help navigating the swift changes in technology. The cell phone was a challenge, but that was it, just a challenge. One he would conquer and learn to navigate effortlessly. Daily he drove down the bumpy road to his home in the middle of the capital city of Mississippi that would damage any reasonable vehicle, but he didn't complain. He unknowingly felt the truth that he would ultimately experience, and that is that people just didn't care. His contribution of tax dollars on a property he lived in wasn't enough. His hard work to help businesses and people thrive in his community wasn't enough. His legacy ties to a community which cradled him since birth has now led to his ultimate demise. You see, my dad was a kind man with simple needs. He didn't ask for much. He didn't complain much. He stayed in his lane. He minded his business. But he only asked for one thing. He couldn't complain when he didn't get it, and he was left in his lane minding his own business when he needed help the most. As surreal as it all feels, I'm feeling it for real because it is real. My father wasn't given a chance to life, liberty, or even the pursuit of happiness during the time in which he lived. He only asked for one thing, and that was that his life would be important enough to save in his time of distress, or in his case, cardiac arrest. A 911 call that didn't respond with proper life-saving techniques to sustain left him 45 minutes without oxygen flowing to his brain. The system that wasn't designed to help keep an impoverished black man alive worked as planned, ensuring that he wouldn't survive. One more, Anna, really quick.
Out of time. We're out of time. All right, bud.
Thank you so much. Did you say there were 2 grants?
Yeah.
And guess what? Yeah. Guess what? You're right. And I'm so glad you brought that to my attention. To award the 2nd grant, I'm going to call on someone. We call him the Living Leonard Cohen, out loud living sacrificial lamb. Please welcome up Jason Gahan.
Nobody's ever called me that. We've never
Will now.
As Kimberly said earlier, we love that we're able to do this. This is something that brings us a lot of joy to be able to do, and we're going to keep doing it if we can. So if you can think of anyone, whether it's yourself or someone you know, who is involved in the literary arts in North Alabama and could use $500 to do anything, whether that's, attend a course that is currently out of the price range, to get new equipment, to fund publishing a book, maybe their first book, maybe some chapbooks, who knows. Please tell them to come around at the beginning of next year, around February, when we release our anthology. We'll also be opening up applications for a grant. The second time around, we would love to have even more applications than we got this time. It was already a difficult process. Please make it even harder on us. Give us more people to think about, to reward for their excellence. And without further ado, I'd like to give this $500 check, there it is, to Michael Anderson. Please come up here. Please tell us how this money is going to make the community just a little bit richer.
I'm so nervous. I'm nervous when I'm doing poetry, but I'm even more nervous when I'm saying anything that's not artistic stuff. I think I'm speaking after one of the most dynamic poets I really love here when I speak. So thank you. I want to say thank you for this, but more so, thank you for just doing this. Not because I got it, but it's such an honor to be connected to a group that's doing this for the community. And I will be here, as long as I'm here. I've been here a couple of years. I've now, through my schedule to be able to be here regularly, and I appreciate you all, and let's continue to move the arts forward. The project that I was granted for is it's a series of short 10 minutes that I have. It's a they're 10-minute pieces. It's hard to describe it, but it's called Seasons. So I'm doing 4 pieces in this one set, one for each season, and the final one is a piece that's going into a dramatization of one of my poems, which will kind of introduce the next show that I want to do after that, which will be kind of like what I call the mixtape, and it's like a feature of each of my poems being dramatized. So it's going to be a really good time. We'll announce it. I'll make sure that you're all there. I'll definitely make sure we have a set number of just, comps for our people to come out and see when I do this. So thank you again. I appreciate it all.
For the record, Jason, I know at least 2 people who call you the Living Leonard Cohen. And I'm one of them. All right, all I've heard from her once tonight. Let's please give it up for Kimberly Casey.
I'm never calling you that, not even if there's a fire. This is a new poem. If you like it, I will be reading many more poems next month. If you hate it, it's not in the book. You should still come. The book is really good. Self-portrait as AI. Image to video. A woman sits frustrated at all the notifications popping up on all the devices across her messy desk. She turns towards an open window and feels the breeze in her hair, taking a deep, calming breath. 4K, hyper-realistic, cinematic lighting. Edit the previous video to make the woman a little older, but she feels younger than she is. Make it look like she would rather be outside. She has calloused hands from rock climbing. The burden of late-stage capitalism is upon her. Help me generate a video prompt for this concept. The woman doesn't remember how she got into this career path, only knows she makes more money than she used to and is scared that it's too late to change things now. She would rather work with her hands. She would rather help people. Instead, she sells them what they do not need. Generate the video. Low lighting, backed out, camera slowly pans towards her dogs pouting in the corner, begging for a walk. Sarah McLaughlin plays ASPCA commercial style. She is always selling something. Leave room for offer and disclaimer text. The woman shouldn't be so sad. Don't make her look that way. Make her look more like she dreams of going to massage therapy school or opening a cupcake business. She is not unhappy. She just always wanted something different. There is a difference. The Slack notifications are getting louder. She both loves her phone and wants to throw it into a river. Instead, she starts another game of crossplay with her friend and tries to numb out for 15 minutes. Wes Anderson, cinematic cut. She's learning about balance and composition. The woman tries to write a poem. Her boss calls her on Zoom instead. Her boss casually calls these types of meetings Zoom bombs. Show the shrapnel. Tarantino style, cinematic cut. The woman stands up from her desk. She walks away. We do not know where she goes. Generate the video, generate the video, generate. You have reached your video limit generation. Try again tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll get it right. The life in your eyes, the curve of your fingers, longing to touch something human.
And ending with a sick jump off the stage. That's a really case for you. We will not be here next month, July 19th, feature poet. All right, our 17th reader tonight, Maya.
These give me a lot of inches. This one I have read before, but I've done some edits on it, and it's kind of inspired reading it because of Jillian, who read, because that last poem she read is like my new favorite poem. It doesn't have a title. They never do. I have been starving many times, turned limp with the ecstasy of self-imposed religion, addicted to watching my own slow and bony death. They found a girl, fingers frostbitten and toes black, ripping into what lean flesh was left of her begetters, her stomach distended, fat and hard with the desperate want for living. I have been starving many times, given only scraps, fed to me with the tip of selfish manhood, became wild in the want of touch. I have always been sure the taste of forefather flesh lingered in her mouth for years, lurking beneath the tongue and behind the uvula. When I took you to mouth, sure to taste every bit of skin and hair and keratin, I wanted you to linger in me. I have been starving many times, turned dim from constant threat of violence, sick off bits of love, choked down, raw and rancid. I have always been sure the meat went down her gullet sweet, filling her shrunken stomach and clogging withered innards. They found later, when she was wrapped and warm, the cuts on their bones, nicks on the ribs and hyoid, the long scratch on the tibia of muscle sliced away from bone. Hunger has a solid form. It becomes like matter, too dense to maintain. It will burst, its expansion and implosion, all consuming. With the energy of need, fill me, I begged, confessed. Finally, I was born like she, both ravenous and empty. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maya. And let's keep it going for another first-time reader, Marnie Jones.
My heart shattered, my hopes tattered, madder than the hatter, dreams all scattered. He's gone, that's all that matters. Thought I had it, I've been practicing for a while.
You got to.
You say when we needed you most, you were gone, just a ghost. When we play the blame game, you should blame me the most, I do, and it's true. As a matter of fact, look at the facts. What matters is this. If I had gone outside sooner, he'd still be here to kiss. I know, like me, you've made mistakes. We've done things we can't take back. So we're filled with self-hate. Still, we're writing our pain as the hours grows late. Not as late as I was. The day he took his fate, I was fatally late. I know all the things I'd take back if I could. It's hard to go on, man. I know that we should. You know this place is haunted. Do you know the ghost is me? My heart's shattered. My hopes tattered. Madder than the hatter. My dreams all scattered. He's gone. That's all that matters. You're wrong about laughter. I laugh at disaster. Sometimes it's all you can do. You get it. I know. I've seen you laughing too.
Let's give it up again for our first time here. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your truth with us. It really does mean a lot, and we hope that you had some catharsis from this. All right, we got 2 more readers for you tonight. Next up, Josh Baker.
I'm back. Did you miss me? You know, one of the greatest parts about spontaneously signing up to do an open mic is that you have to go searching for something to read, which means you also go find things that you fucking forgot you wrote, right? So it's kind of like reuniting with your estranged children, if you will. So tonight I'm going to read a piece entitled Whispering in a Quiet House. And it was inspired by a real life conversation. I was kicking with my roommate and her girlfriend one night. And the girlfriend says to my roommate, "Why are you whispering in a quiet house?" The insinuation being, it doesn't really kind of matter how quiet you try to be if you're already in a quiet environment. And so for me, this became an extended metaphor for how I exist in my queerness and how I want to exist boldly, because it really does not matter how quiet you try to be in your queerness. If they see it, they're going to see it. If they hear it, they're going to hear it. And what do I tell him? That our love is whispering in a quiet house. That if they hear us, we're going to have to run. And our hearts ain't built for that. That our lungs ain't got strength to pack the air we need to leave because we love like the rents do. And we short on that too, but somehow make a home out of each other. Do I tell him we are a meal made to stretch, trapped to the fetch of another man's expectation, but we here together, and how it unsettles their brow, our here together. Ain't much lower our voices can get in this quiet house. Church mounts mosaic of a dream, they gon' hear, baby. And I know we might fear, baby, but we here, baby. Together. And I promise to learn no light greater than the stars reflecting in your eyes. On a night when we were young enough to hold hands because we were young enough to hold our own. And nobody's thirst for our blood comes close to our thirst for each other. So we drink, sank body deep into this intimate sea and never once felt we were drowning. And I see you now, and everything that grows, and everything that's living. See, I never had a green thumb, but the hum of your heart is enough to teach me, to reach me. Sun finding root deep beneath the soil, and I want to be reached, to be kept by you, with no fear of being heard in this quiet house, of our flushed and flooded heartbeats finding the same rhythm of the price that comes with it. Thank you.
All right, y'all. It's almost time. We got one last reader for you tonight. I'm excited to welcome to the stage Lucas Samuel Green.
Hello. This is going to be my last open mic for a while because I'm moving to North Carolina tomorrow. So my poem tonight is for all of you guys. It's called I'll See You Tomorrow. I heard that, Maya. It was a hot Friday night in a small town downtown that, just like us, was good at looking busy. We were drinking warm beer and cold liquor, wishing the future would get here quicker. If we stay here too long, we'll end up dizzy, and we've got plenty of sorrows left to drown. But at the end of the week, under patio lights, we know just for a little while, we'll be all right. The walk home after a carnival sideshow always ends with I'll see you tomorrow. If I was smart, I'd ask a doctor how to recover from dying of love and choking on laughter, but I wouldn't take his advice because I've never been good at goodbyes. Tell me, would you want to leave the arms of lifesavers for the company of well-meaning strangers? While we're here, someone should take a photo, because even though I'll see you tomorrow. Saturday will come with its birthday parties, dinner parties, and movie nights. Meet me for coffee and I'll let you force me to listen to your story while I pretend to write. We'll be spending our 20s seeing who we'll become. When that young sun starts to cast its long shadow, kiss my cheek goodbye and say I'll see you tomorrow. No matter how many times you have to cry in my car, I'll drive however far and stop at nothing for the people who showed a dead man's spring. The carpenter from Nazareth must have had friends like this, but like him, I'll wait until I get to heaven to reminisce. So come on over, I'm making mushroom risotto, bring some wine, and I'll see you tomorrow. It's gonna rain on Sunday, but if you ask me, that's okay, because I know somewhere safe we can stay, in a not-so-secret hidden room, where they practice magic as they watch flowers bloom. And for an hour or two, we can forget about the doom, because I know if I've got you by my side, this is a storm we can outride. In there, I can't feel any sorrow, because I know I'll see you tomorrow. But our time is running out, and the scene is fading out. This chapter is closing, just like the bar is closing. It's happening faster than I want, but still what I think I want. And it's easier to lie than to say out loud goodbye. So I'll just say, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
No, Maya's on this team. Anyway, that's the show, folks. So hit all the Facebook, tip your bartenders, donate, buy your release book, register for ASU's Writing Summit membership, and congratulations to our grand winners. I've been Wolf, and you've been lovely. Have a great night.